PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, bin. You have to double click. Yes. Then server is going to be started. See, server startup in 4135 milliseconds. Server is running. I minimize it. I'll open the browser. Now, here, HTTP, my browser communicating with server. Local host, server is in same computer. Server is in same computer. Okay. Now, after this, var file name first. After that, test. Welcome to Solids. It is first program. Suppose this program now background color white is there and the font color TV is not working. Not working. Yes, call out. See, this background color and text color, foreground color, if you want to change, then HTML required. HTML, because it is presentation logic with HTML we have to write. Okay. Now, this color, background color and the font color, if you want to change, then presentation logic HTML required. Now, how to do? We'll see. Only one program you have seen. Only one program. Welcome program. That program only little bit I'll modify. You observe. Just I'll ask question. Give me answer. Suppose that program only I'll modify. Now, first we have to create one folder. Okay. For example, MD second app. That is only just I'll modify. Next, CD second app. Next, MD WebINF. Next, CD WebINF. Next, MD classes. CD classes. Start Notepad. Second Solid. Second Solid.java. Here we have to write. Now, what's what you have to write? Class second Solid. Extends generic Solid. Okay. Which method you have to override? Public void service. Next, Solid request. Next, Solid response. Next, try catch blocks. Try catch blocks. Okay. Try catch exception E. Next, system.error.println E. Now, for sending a response stream, you have to create. What do you have to write? Print writer pw equal to response.getWriter. Next, here you can write HTML code. You can write. Now, how many people knows HTML? Just raise your hand. So almost majority people knows. Okay. HTML is very simple. It is nothing. See, HTML only tags and attributes will be there in HTML. Only tags, attributes, no logic, no errors, no exception. No, if your browser understands, output comes. Browser not understand, output will not come. That's it. No logic, no conditions, no errors, no exceptions. Okay. If understands, output comes. Not understand, output will not come. That's it. Okay. There only tags and attributes will be there. To write HTML program, just HTML open, HTML close. These are called tags. Okay. it is open tag, it is close tag. Here difference is only forward slash. Okay. In between, you can write the HTML code, complete program. HTML program divided into two parts, header part, body part. So present body part required, body part, body open, body close. Okay. Now the text, if you want with big size letters, level 1, level 2, like that, 6 levels of heading is there. Suppose H1, level 1 heading. Okay. Here you can write welcome. Now this background color, if you want to change, here attributes are there. Here just BG color, suppose green, suppose text yellow. Then what will be happen? See here, welcome displayed with level 1 heading text. Welcome displayed yellow color letters. Background color green. Here it is called open tag. It is called close tag. It is called attribute name. It is called attribute value. Okay. These attributes, these tags already defined. You cannot write your own. It's already defined. Browser understandable format, you have to write. Here BG color for background color. It should be BG color only. Background color you cannot write. Okay. BG color only you have to write. It is text only you have to write. Text color purpose, text you have to write. This is one small HTML program. This code you can write in a solid. Here you can write. So HTML, like that complete code you can write in a 1 line also. This is in 2 lines also, 3 lines also, like that 7 lines as it is also you can write. But while writing, if you want to write in next line, println method again you have to call. That's what I'll do. See, HTML body BG color, suppose green, text yellow, level 1 heading. Remaining code I'll write in next line. Suppose again pw.println. Suppose here welcome. Suppose welcome to Naresh High Technologies. Now here HTML tag open, body tag open, H1 tag open. These 3 we have to close. For that one more println. Now H1 close, body close, HTML close. This program you can write in 3 lines also okay, 2 lines also okay, 1 line also okay. It works. Okay. Now I separated 3 lines. I made it. See, if you write in a 1 line, maintaining is very difficult. That's the reason better to write 3 lines, 4 lines like this. See here, response dot get writer. What will be happen? Server to browser, one stream created. That stream only we are calling print writer. Through print writer, I'm passing HTML to browser. Then browser receives HTML because server doesn't know HTML. It is passed to browser. When browser receives HTML, it is executed in browser, then output displayed. Now, in this program, Java, HTML I mixed. You observe. Now, here, import java.io.star for print writer. Import jakarta.solid.star for generic solid, solid request, solid response. Is it public required here? Yes, it is compulsory public. Otherwise, it cannot create object. This is second program. First program, second program, what's the difference is there? Only HTML. Only HTML. Remaining same, no? File. Save. Now I'll compile. Compilation. Second solid.java. Program successfully compiled. Next, cd 2 dots. Start notepad web.xml. Here I given yesterday web app close. In between solid close. Solid mapping close. Here solid name Solid name gloss. Here something you can write. Suppose second I'm writing. Solid class. Second solid. Solid class. Mapping. Solid name. Second. Solid name. Here URL pattern. URL pattern also I'm writing second. You can write same name also you can write. Now yesterday program solid name is demo I given. URL pattern test I given. War file name first I given. But again you have to remember first is a war file name, demo is a solid name, and test is a URL pattern. Like that you have to remember. But if you write like this, war file name also second, demo also solid name also second, URL pattern also second, all second, second, second. I written like that. Like this also you can write. Now file save. After this creating war file. Jar cvf second dot war space dot war file created. We have to start the server. Server already started. Okay, server already started. Browser deployment. http:// localhost 8082. Tomcat homepage comes. Okay. Now manager app. Username admin. Password admin. Sign in. Okay. Next. Choose file. C drive. Second app. Here second dot war. Open. Okay. Deploy. See, we got a message. Okay. After that, second, we got a message. True. Successfully running. Now, what you can do? Now you have to type in the address bar what we have to type to run this program. Second. But now what you can do? You can click here also. It is path. If you click, second came, war file name came, URL pattern you have to write, because otherwise with solid it cannot understand. So second. See, now HTML program executed. Now here in our program, two language code is there. Java, HTML. Java code executed in server. HTML code executed in browser. Now, can I see the HTML code? Right click, view page source. HTML, but solid code doesn't appear because not executed in browser. That is executed in server. Server side executed. That's what we cannot see solid code. So like this. Now, this is solid program. Now I'll teach with Eclipse. This is, if you try to practice, all people may or may not get. With Eclipse, all will get. No need to worry. Okay. Now, these all with Eclipse, I'll teach. Now, how to write solid programs in Eclipse? See. Now, I'll start Eclipse. Now, that is workspace. Already you know. See. Now, here Java doubly perspective required. Here we have Java perspective, Java doubly perspective, Java perspective. I'll close. Now this is Java doubly perspective. So how to open perspective already studied. Okay. Now each and every step note down. Steps to write Solid program in Eclipse. 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 Now 1 minute. First server configuration record. I given this one. First server configuration compulsory, otherwise not possible. You make it this one. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. That is, you strike out. This is write it. It is compulsory, otherwise not possible to write. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. First, a Tomcat server we have to configure. Otherwise, that is not possible. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. Already Eclipse notes I given while teaching JDBC. How to open perspective? First of all, window, perspective, open perspective, other. Now Solid's Java doubly required. Open. Okay, it is Java doubly perspective. Okay, this is you have to open. The how to open perspectives already studied. That is no need to write. Just as write it. Open Java doubly perspective as a first step. Open Java doubly perspective. Open Java doubly perspective. How to open Java doubly perspective already studied. That is while teaching JDBC, I given Eclipse notes. Okay. Open Java doubly perspective. After this, second step. Now click on File menu, New Dynamic Web Project. Now click on File menu. Next, click on New. Next, click on Dynamic Web Project. Open Java doubly perspective. Click on File menu. Click on New. Click on Dynamic Web Project. See, if you open Java perspective, it is not possible because Java, it is Solids comes under Java doubly. That's what. Now Java doubly perspective you have to open. Now here, File, New, Dynamic Web Project. Sorry, 1 minute. Again, I given mistake. Server configuration, I said no. One minute. Again, mistake happened. First server we have to configure. Some mistake happened again. Open Java doubly perspective. Here servers view. You have to click servers view. This 2 times mistake happened. Just make it correct. Now click on servers tab. Click on servers tab, servers view. Click on servers view. Click on servers view. See, first you are learning how to configure Tomcat. First you are learning how to configure Tomcat. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. First step, open Java EE perspective. Next, click on servers view. Here, servers view appears. Servers. It is called view. Here, right click, new server. Right click in a servers view. Click on new. Right click on new, click on server. Steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. First, we are configuring Tomcat server. After that, we can write solid program. Without configuring Tomcat server, if you open solid directly, many errors appears because library not available. Library available in server. That is the reason you have to do like this. So first step, open Java EE perspective. That is how to open, already you studied. Next, click on servers view. Next, right click in a servers view. Click on new, click on server. Okay. Is it over? Now, say right click, new server. Then here, expand Apache, select which version is there in your system. Tomcat, 1 minute. In my system, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 is there. Then 10.0 plugin only you have to select. Okay. Expand Apache. Apache is a vendor, company name. Expand Apache. So this is your to expand Apache. Now in my system 10.0 is there. That's what I'm selecting, Tomcat version 10.0 server. Suppose in your system Tomcat version 10.1 is there. Use 10.1. 9.0 is there. 9.0. Like that you select. Okay. Expand Apache. Select the server. Example, Tomcat version 10.0 server. Select the server. Example, Tomcat version 10.0 server. Select the server. Example, Tomcat version 10.0 server. After that, click on next button. Click on next button. Click on next button. Now click on browse button. Click on browse button. Select Tomcat installation directory. Example, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation. Tomcat 10.0. Select Tomcat installation directory. Example, C drive, program files, Apache Software Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0. That is location you have to select. Tomcat installed in C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation. Select Tomcat installation directory. Okay. After that, I'll show you. Is it over? Click on select folder. Click on select folder button. Click on select folder button. Click on select folder button. Okay. Now click on next button. Click on finish button. Click on next button. Click on finish button. Click on next button. Click on finish button. So these are the steps you need to follow to configure server. Is it over? So steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. These are the steps you need to follow. See, then here appears Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. It appears. Okay. Now, if you want to start, you can right click here, start. You can start like this. See, start. Allow access. It will start. See here, Tomcat version 10.0 server localhost started. Now, right click, stop. See, Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost stopped. Suppose if it is not working, now to stop like this, you follow. If it is not working, what you have to do, I'll explain. Next, write it. To start Tomcat server in Eclipse. Right click on Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. Right click on Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. Click on start. Stop Tomcat server in Eclipse. Again, same. Right click on Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. Click on stop. To start Tomcat server in Eclipse. To stop Tomcat server in Eclipse. to start Tomcat server in Eclipse. To stop Tomcat server in Eclipse. Is it over? Say how to start, how to stop. Suppose if it is not working, then port numbers you have to check properly. Say just if you double click here, if you double click, it shows. If you scroll bar, if you observe here, Tomcat admin port HTTP 1/1.1 port. These port numbers you have to check. So to change the port numbers, just double click, move the scroll bar, you will get it. Okay. To change the port numbers, if it is not working, change. Otherwise, don't change. To change the port numbers, double click on Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. Move the scroll bar. Here, Tomcat admin port HTTP/iPhone 1.1. Tomcat admin port 8005 required. Tomcat like HTTP /1.1. Okay. Then 8082. Now here 1024 to 65,535 allowed. $1,024 to 65,535 allowed. Reserved. These are free port numbers. So this is compulsory. Go for 8005. If any other port, it may not work. That's what 8005 required, I said. So that is only right. This is if you want, you can change any port number. 1024 to 65,535. But this one 8005 only required. Shutdown port, admin port. Here, sometimes you may get it -1. You change. Okay. Sometimes you may get other numbers. You make it 8005. But this one, whichever number is there, if it is working, continue. Not working means you change. Okay. To change the port number, this is. Is it over? Say, this is, I'll close here. If I double click, in an editor window appears here. Here, just move the scroll bar. Here, you can change. Here, you can change. Okay. Now that is continued. Already 8005 is there, 808082 is there. If you try to change, it will ask to save. If you press here, it will ask. Otherwise, it won't ask. Okay. Now, this is server configuration. Now, to develop web applications. These are steps to configure Tomcat server in Eclipse. Steps to start Tomcat server in Eclipse, to stop Tomcat server in Eclipse, to change the port numbers. Okay. Next, steps to develop dynamic web application. Steps to develop web application. Steps to develop web application. Click on File menu. Click on New. Click on Dynamic Web Project. Click on File menu. Click on New. Click on Dynamic Web Project. Click on File menu. Click on New. Click on Dynamic Web Project. Is it over? Steps to develop web application. Click on File menu. Click on New. Click on Dynamic Web Project. Say File, New, Dynamic Web Project. Now type project name. Example first. Type project name. Example first. Type project name. Example first. Click on next button. Click on next button. Write it. Click on next button. Again, click on next button. Is it over? See, here back here. I typed project name something first. Where it is going to be stored, default location. Which Tomcat, which server? Tomcat. This is Servlet module, Servlet version. These all by default it comes. You continue that one only. Next, see here what will happen? .java separate, .class separate. Okay. Now next, here generate web.xml deployment descriptor. No need to write. Just checkbox selected, automatically written. Okay. Now select generate web.xml deployment descriptor checkbox. 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 Click on finish. Click on finish button. Next, click on finish button. Click on finish button. Click on finish button. Next, steps to write Servlet program. Steps to write Servlet program. Right click on first in a project explorer. Right click on first in a project explorer. Right click on first in a project explorer. steps to write solid program. Right click on first in a project explorer. See, right click, new, solid. Click on new. Click on solid. Right click on first in a project explorer, click on new, click on solid. Then the dialog box comes. After getting dialog box, Java package, class name, package name, suppose first only I'll write. First. Class name, suppose first solid. Say class package name, Java package, type Java package, type class name. Type Java package. Example first. Type class name. Example first solid. Type Java package, example first. Type class name, example first solid. Here, writing solid program, three ways are there. Implement solid interface, extend generic solid, extends HTTP solid. But in Eclipse, what will happen? By default, HTTP solid comes. Okay, see by default, jakarta.solid.htp.htp solid. That is, I'll change. Present, I didn't explain HTTP solid. Okay, now here, I'll make it generic solid. Okay, now type superclass. Type superclass. That is, I didn't explain. That's what I'm removing. Actually, we have to write HTTP solid only in real time. I'll explain. Type superclass. Example Jakarta dot solid dot generic solid. This is, I'll explain Monday class, then you can change. Now present generic solid only I'm writing. Later HTTP solid only, have to continue. Why? I'll explain. What's the difference between generic solid, HTTP solid? Also interview question. Why we have to choose just HTTP solid? Also the interview question. Okay. Jakarta.solid.generic solid. Type superclass. Example Jakarta.solid.generic solid. If you are using Tomcat 9, it should be Java X. After this, click on next. Right. Click on next button. Click on next button. Here, URL pattern, what is happening, you observe. By default, first solid comes. If you want, you can change. Otherwise, you can continue. So select / first solid in URL mapping. Click on edit button. You can change. Generally, we will change this URL pattern. We won't continue real time. So to change the URL pattern, click on / first solid in URL mappings box. Click on edit button. To To change the URL pattern, click on /first solid in URL mappings box. Click on edit button. To change the URL pattern, click on /first solid in URL mappings box. After that, click on edit button. See, this is you click edit button, type URL pattern, suppose test. Click on OK button. Type new URL pattern, example/test. Click on OK button. Okay, click on type new URL pattern, example/test. Click on OK button. Now, next, click on next button. Click on next button. Click on OK button. After that, click on next button. Here, already HTTP solid plus generic solid we written. No, that's what this is came actually. This is we have to remove present interfaces we don't require. This is by default Java x.solid came, that is not there in the library also because Tomcat 10 we installed. Select the Java x.solid and remove. Select Java x.solid interface in interfaces box. Click on remove button. That is not required now. If you are implementing, that is required. Click on remove button. Select Java x.solid interface in interfaces box. Click on remove button. Click on remove button. Is it over? Now, here we required only service method. It is mandatory method selected. That's what you continue. Suppose in your program init required, select. Destroy required, select. Present we don't require, you continue like this only. Click on finish button. Click on finish button. Click on finish button. See, here you observe package first, imported, generic solid, service method, everything came no. Here you need to write print writer, response dot. Here request response, like that already is there. So we should write complete. So res we cannot write now. Response dot get writer. Select get writer. Pw dot println. Welcome to solids. Okay. Now print writer class imported. Okay. Whatever required imported. Say IO exception, print writer, generic solid exception, solid request, solid response, all individual imported. It's over. Now writing program over. Okay. Program no need to write, already written. Just one step. Write the code in editor. 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 So whatever required you can write. After completion, now that is enough. Automatically it will ask save also. No need to save. It will automatically ask. Now you can run. Next, write it. To run the above application, first step, right click on first in a package explorer. Right click on first in a project explorer, not package, project. That is in core JDBC program, core Java program, Java SC package comes, but Java EE project explorer comes. Right click on first in a project explorer. Now run on server. Now previously Java application. Now run on server. Click on run as. Click on run on server. Right click on first in a project explorer. Click on run as. Click on run on server. Click on run on server. Right click, run as, run on server. So click on save button. Click on save button. Click on save button. If you click on save button, this dialog box appears. Select the Tomcat's version. This is by default like this. It appears. Expand localhost. Expand localhost. Select Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. Click on next. Click on next button. Select Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. Click on next button. Is it over? Select Tomcat version 10.0 server at localhost. First expand localhost, servers list displayed. 2-3 servers also you can configure. Which server you want, select. Click on next button. See, select. Click on next button. Here, available WAR files displayed here. If you want to move from year to year, then click add button. If you want to move from year to year, click on remove. Add all. All will comes here. Remove all removed from here. But it will be there in Eclipse. Removed from server. Deploying, undeploying. This is like a deploying. This is like a undeploying. Okay. Now, by present only one program is there. That's what it is directly showing. Click on finish. Click on finish button. Click on finish button. See, if I finish. Now server started. Browser will be opened. Here, what you have to type? URL pattern. Test. See, welcome to solids. Okay. Now, last step, ninth one, type /test, type URL pattern in address bar. Type URL patterns in address bar. Example /test. Now I'll show you one more program. You observe. Now no need to write, already written. Just how to change the browser. That is also I'll show you 1 minute. Now it is Google Chrome open by default. Google Chrome or Edge open. Edge, Microsoft Edge open. How to change the browser. Write it. Steps to change the browser. 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 Here, see, this is Microsoft Edge open. I'll close this. Window, web browser. Here you can select the browsers. Internal web browser and default system web browser, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge. Like this, you can select. Now, click on first step. Click on window menu. Click on window menu. Click on web browser. Click on web browser. Click on, suppose, internal web browser. In Eclipse, only one browser will be there. Click on internal web browser. Now in Eclipse only appears. Click on internal web browser. Is it over? So steps to change the browser. Window menu, web browser, internal web browser. I changed. Now if I run the program, see, right click, run as, run on server. Select the server. Click on next. Click on finish. See, here only open. Here /test. Okay. Now, how to write just second program you observe. Now, in the same WAR file, if you want to create in the same application, if you want to write next solid, right click, new solid. Like that you have to write. If you want to create separate project, right click, separate project you have to write. Okay. File, new, dynamic web project. Suppose second, next, select XML, finish. Right click, new, solid. Package name, suppose second, class name, second solid. Here, HTTP solid place, generic solid. Next, this is edit, second. Now you written notes, that's what it has taken time. Only clicking, only all you observe. Okay button, next button, remove this, service okay, finish. Here, print writer, PW equal to response dot get writer. PW dot println. You can write HTML. Okay. H1 close, body close, HTML close. Over. Okay. Now you observe, right click, run on server, save, select the server, click on next. See, now suppose you don't want first. Now select remove. It comes back. Suppose both, if you want to, you can continue. See, are you sure you want to remove? Like this. Restart the server. Year, second. Okay. If you want another browser, Microsoft Edge, right click, again run on server, select the server. Suppose this is also, if you want, you can continue. See, Microsoft Edge, second, like this. Okay. This solid program, you note down, second solid. So those all individually generated. That's what I'll make it star. Otherwise, time taking. Only writing, only package names only takes time. It is package names only, it will take time. No. So here, just I'll make it star. This is not required. Here I'll make it star. Then these all not required. These comments, leave it. Okay. These all serialization related concepts not required. Constructor super default comes not required. This comment I'll remove. Write this program. If screen is not visible, voice is not audible, just relogin. Because 1%, 2% means problem is your side. If many people getting problem means problem may be my side. But 1%, 2% means problem is your side. So present you're learning generic solid. HTTP solid, I'll explain. It is not completed. That's what I changed it to generic solid. In Eclipse, by default, HTTP solid comes. Is it over? Now I'll ask some questions in this program. Give me answer. It is solid program. Is it completed? Not over. Say what purpose we imported IO package? What purpose we imported IO package? Print writer class. Okay. What purpose we imported solid package? Generic solid, solid request, solid response, solid exception. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. IO package also for IO exception, print writer. Okay. Why it should be public? This class should be accessible to web container to create object. What purpose object? To call life cycle methods. This class should be public. If it is public, it is accessible to web container. Then creates the object. After creating object, life cycle methods are called. So the life cycle methods are instance methods or class methods. Object required. No? This class object required. Who will create this object? Web container. But creating object, this class should be accessible. No? That's what public. What purpose we inherited generic solid? To derive life cycle. But actually life cycle methods are present in which interface? Solid interface. But why we are extending generic solid? If we implement solid interface, 5 methods mandatory to override. That is the reason alternative way selected. Generic solid. Then how many method mandatory? 1 method. Which method? Service method overridden. Okay. Now service method takes 2 parameters: solid request, solid response. This will handle request. This will handle response. It will receive the request. It will send the response. Present sending response only required. With that response, I created stream. One stream created server to browser. Through stream, this information I passed. Then HTML code passed to browser. When browser receives HTML, executed. So just write that point. In the above example, solid code executed in web container or server. Solid code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. In the above example, solid code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. In the above example, solid code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. In the above example, solid code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. See, Through this line, server to browser stream created. Through stream, HTML code passed. When browser receives, executes, output displayed. But here XML file, see this is a folder structure automatically created. See, it is automatically created. Here web.xml. Whatever is I given, like that only will be there. Some additional things will be there. Here, you observe. Solid name, solid class. It is package. That's what package required. Okay. It is in a package. Then package dot class name, solid name, URL pattern. See, like that only is there. No? These are additional. I have to explain. Welcome files. This is XML file automatically generated. See, observe. This is as compared to manual. It is very simple. No, here only clicking, just writing normal code snippet. Remaining all automatically generated. Now you practice with Eclipse. Okay. We'll see continuation on Monday. Online students, 1 minute.